and try to get some points.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. Two choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Man in motion is Smith. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
A big play by the big fella, and Mike, we love it. Anytime any of the big guys up front get their hands on the ball, I'll tell you what, look at him with the ball in his hand. I mean, he thought he was back playing Pop Warner in his running back days. That's a big-time play, and I have a feeling he's not going to be giving that ball up anytime soon.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Hopkins' first catch. Good enough for a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Here now, second down and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. So one quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find an opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on 4th and goal. Powering forward. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Here's 1st and 10.
Great, set. Delta.
Off the play fake, Hurts. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Brian Cook. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
And in motion is Brown. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
Yellow.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. He'll tuck it and take off. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that 1st down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that 1st down marker is, He's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Great, set.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Oh, he's got this one complete to Goddard. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
Phil King.
Man in motion is Brown. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles are back in this one. It's 17-7. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Mahomes back. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to keep it himself. And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the first down. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A handoff to Pacheco. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Patrick to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
3rd and goal. Mahomes. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Silver, set. 73, 73. Hey, easy, 63, bang. No touch.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gainwell to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. First and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Throwing is Hurts. He connects downfield to Dotson. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
63. No touch.
Here's Barkley. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. They're going to motion the tight end over here.
No touch.
One more time, they try Barkley. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Yellow. Right side.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Throwing is Mahomes. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Man in motion is Smith. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. To throw is Hurts. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And now it's third and goal.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on fourth and goal.
And this coach finds himself in a tough spot. He understands his team. They need 2 scores. But instead of taking the field goal, he decides to go for it. And what a job with the stop by this defense.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Some nose guards in the 3-4 defense, Mike, are just asked to take up space and eat up blockers. But not this guy. He defeats his blocker and makes the tackle. That's playing the nose guard at the next level.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Mahomes now back near his own goal line. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's going to have the first down and more. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
What I loved most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
They'll run it here. It's Samaje P-Rock. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On second down, Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. Only need a yard, and it's fourth down. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big play that time on 4th and 1. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in.
Xavier Worthy.
Touchdown, KC. And
You know the vibes.
the extra point.
I'm back. The king is back.
His kick is
GG.
good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further
Yes,
here
sir.
in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Britton Covey now on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Hurts looking to throw on first down. This one to his big tight end, Uzama. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. That's good for 27 and a first down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike. We say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
That is caught, and they get the two-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it's going to lead to fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He's got it inside the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. Back to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Covey now on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Great, set. Hey, Silver.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's first down.
Set. No touch.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops